Hope you're having a good day today. So I was sent a video over the weekend from a lot of people, and even here Monday morning, I was getting more posts of this video coming in, and it showed what appeared to be, what we were told, vaccinated and unvaccinated individuals in Italy standing in solidarity, burning what was called the Green Pass. So let's have a look at the video real quick.
Libertà, 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 libertà.
So obviously initially seeing a video like this, it's a beautiful moment if it is in fact real, meaning, to see people coming together on perhaps different sides of the spectrum saying, you know what, I support your right to choose, and I'm going to come out here and we're going to show solidarity in that regard. That's an incredible thing, and it's something that I really think we need more of. Now the challenge here is when I was looking at the Green Pass that they were showing in the video, I thought to myself, this doesn't quite look like what I've been seeing in terms of a COVID pass. And so, initially I did some research looking into, whether in Italy they might have a different looking pass. And you'll see from some of these screenshots, the EU pass, which is something that's happening in the EU, it's the COVID pass, vaccine certificate, is kind of the same thing no matter where you go. There's a paper version, which is kind of a folded up piece of paper, and it almost looks like a little passport. And then there's the digital version, which is something you carry on your phone. Both have a QR code that are scanned. And as you can see, the paper's white, and some of the language and flags are different based on which country that you're from, but it seems to be the same pass used throughout. And so as I was looking into this, I also found a number of people in Italy, and I'll show you one screenshot here. This was one of a few that I found in different social media posts that, these are people from Italy saying, hey, you know what, this is not actually the particular pass. So to be clear, what we're probably seeing in this video is some form of like action where they're trying to symbolize, here's what we're doing, we're burning the Green Pass, we don't support it. From the same group of people that have been doing this protest, this 3V Verita group, they've been doing a lot of different protests around this, around the vaccine and not having it mandated in Italy. So this has been going on for quite a while. And in a lot of their videos around social media, you see them symbolizing their lack of support for whatever measure it might be, whether they're burning masks or whether they're burning pieces of paper or whatever it might be. This is common throughout. But one of the key things here is that even though this isn't necessarily what people thought it was, which was that the vaccinated people were coming in solidarity and burning their passes, we don't know whether those people in the video are vaccinated or unvaccinated. We can only guess. But the reality of the situation here for me, and what I think is touching, is the fact that we're seeing people desire this deep sense of community and solidarity. We're seeing people desire, say, hey, you know what, I want you to respect my decision. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. I mean, we're dealing with risk mitigation here, right? When people decide to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated, what they're looking at is, what is the risk of COVID? What is my current, health standing? Should I get the vaccine? Should I not get the vaccine? I don't entirely know what's going on. People need to be able to understand that not everybody's going to have the same level of trust towards the vaccine. And if they don't feel that they're at risk for COVID, then they're not going to get vaccinated. We feel, and we keep hearing over and over again, that there's a lot of perspectives around the unvaccinated are creating the variants. There's nothing clear as far as what I can see that says the unvaccinated are creating everything or the vaccinated are creating everything. In any course of time, we see whenever there's viruses that are similar to this that can mutate, it doesn't matter whether they're vaccinated or unvaccinated, you can see mutations sometimes happen in either group. So it's unfair to say blank, straight up, it's the unvaccinated that are causing all the variants. That's just simply not scientifically accurate. So the fact that people do need to have a choice here is important. And I think it's key that there's a deep sense of feeling, and I think this is something we need to empathize with more, because I am seeing a lot of people who are choosing not to get vaccinated empathize pretty deeply with the people that choose to. Like, yes, there are those who are thinking, well, you're an idiot for being part of an experiment and la-da-da-da-da. Personally, that's not something I would do, but I respect people's choice to go ahead and get vaccinated. If that's what they feel they need to do and that matches their own risk mitigation logic in their mind, beautiful, go get the vaccine. And likewise, the same idea should be passed to the other side. What I want to say here, and this is where I want to cap it off, is part of the reason why there's such an aggressive force on the let's say perhaps you see it more so in the pro-vaccinated side, where they're really wanting everybody to get vaccinated. They're calling them stupid. They're calling them, unscientific. They're ruining life for the rest of us. I think what's going on there is really a matter of, obviously media has been telling one side of the story for a very long time. At the same time, there can be a lot of aggression from the anti-vax side of things, for lack of a better word. But at the end of the day, what the big challenge here for me is a greater problem that's been emerging in society that we've been drawing a light on for quite a while, which is that we're becoming increasingly divided because we're not listening to each other. And as we deal with more instability, as we deal with more uncertainty in our lives, that creates a situation within ourselves, all the way down to the nervous system level, where we start to feel in survival mode. We start to feel like, we need to do something to maintain some level of order. And when we get into that survival mode, our ability to empathize with one another, to connect, to listen, to hear, to assess information, and to really understand why people are making certain decisions starts to diminish. This is a legitimate thing that happens within our executive functioning. And so it doesn't matter what side we're on, the point is we have to make an extra effort to sort of keep ourselves calm, bring ourselves down, and be able to connect with each other. Because if we can't talk to each other about these issues in a meaningful way, we're not going to be able to move forward properly. So we have another channel that we run called Collective Evolution that has a lot of tips and a lot of different techniques and ways that we can apply practical tools into helping ourselves kind of right down at the physiological body level, find more calm, find more peace, find a greater capacity within ourselves to not only go about the stress that's happening around us, but make an effort to connect with other people, because that's a really important part of this entire journey, is being able to communicate effectively. So head on over to Collective Evolution here on YouTube if you want to check some of the stuff we have out over there. Of course, subscribe there if you want more of that type of content. And of course, subscribe here if you want more of this type of content. So make an effort to send this video to some people out there, because this video is obviously going very viral. And I think it's important for people to understand, not just the fact that that story is not exactly what people are putting out there, but at the same time, they need to understand the deeper message that's been shared in here. I think that's important, which is why I'm saying that. So that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching.